Hi, welcome to Passionate Talks. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಜಿತ್ ಕಟ್ಟೆ. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನಿಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್? ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್? ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನಿಸಮ್? ಆ ವಿಷಯ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್, ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಸೋಮನ್ ಅವರ್. ಸರ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಶೋ.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to this talk show. Very excited to be part of it.
Same here, sir. Same here. We all like to know what is perfectionism. Everybody would have heard of Amir Khan. Amir Khan is known for perfectionism in the cinema industry. But what makes him a perfectionist? Not just Amir Khan, but most of the sportsmen and cine artists are perfectionists. They look for a very clear path. So likewise, there is a perfectionism in every other industry, every other sector you take into. Some people definitely look at perfectionism as a daily habit, discipline, and all those things. So let us take a deep dive into it. So first of all, I would like to ask you, what is perfectionism, and what are the causes and effects of it?
Yeah, that's a good question. There are two things actually. When the product is perfect or it is usable, utility is up to date, up to mark. That being perfect is different, and there is a psychological buzzword called perfectionism nowadays. That the mindset of perfectionism, in the sense I want everything to be perfect around me, and I want myself to be doing everything perfectly. I can't tolerate even small mistakes done by myself or even others. Right? That's the mindset of perfectionism. It doesn't mean that I'll be doing extraordinarily well, but having that mindset, it could be as simple as say in this room, everything should be arranged neat and fine. Then only I feel happy. Otherwise, no, I'm just irritated. I'll have to first fix it all. I can't keep one lota after drinking water somewhere, right? It has to be in its place. It has to be in the sink or whatever it is. Right? That kind of mindset now is called perfectionism, or in other words, we can say there is strive for flawlessness.
Yes.
Right? I don't want to make any mistakes. That's striving for it all the time. And then but of course the positive traits are there. It also has positive impacts, in the sense those perfectionists are some of the best performing people, and they are self-motivated. They set goals very high. Their standards are very high. They try to achieve those standards.
Okay.
That traits are there, but because of that traits, there are certain advantages and associated disadvantages as well. And that's the reason it has become a psychological concern nowadays.
It is a state of mind.
Yes, right? State of mind. Right. Let me give one more example. See, academically, we ask the students to score well. What does it mean? Like scoring 100 out of 100? Right? That standard has been set, or that intention has been set into the, or fed into the minds of youngsters by the society itself. Parents, society, education system, teachers, everyone keeps asking about the marks, and they give importance to those people who score 100 out of 100.
Correct.
If somebody scores 99, why one mark is missing?
Yeah.
Right? If somebody scores 95, okay, why 5 marks are missing? How do you improvise on that? Somebody else scored 98. Right?
Yeah.
That kind of comparison comes into picture. And so it starts tuning up our mind, which is called a rewiring of the brain since our childhood. And then we go on getting that trait of perfectionism, and every one of us do have some kind of perfectionism. And most of the people, very high performing people, have a lot of that perfectionism mindset. And it's like critical evaluation about myself, right? If I don't score 100 out of 100 or 95 out of 100, whatever, based on my standard, I feel very upset, right? And then I do critical evaluation, right? Yeah, I missed 5 marks, or I missed 1 mark. Why I missed? I should have done it correctly. Last time also I missed it. I'll have to be perfect. And I cannot show my face to my parents. I cannot sleep well. Why did I do that? Hurting myself. And also critical evaluation about what others say about us, right? Because others are also always evaluating, judging us. If somebody says, no, see, that person scored 98 and you scored only 95, that makes a big impact on me.
Correct.
That comparison always keeps coming in without even parents' knowledge, right? They keep comparing. See, that person, no, who is the son of the so and so person. He got medical seat. Do you know he got 99% marks? That kind of messages, that kind of statements we keep hearing throughout our life. Not just in academics, but in the office also.
Correct.
There may be many colleagues who will go faster up in the ladder, right? Who get promotions, who get into some good companies. And there is always comparison. And striving for that perfection, striving for that performance, high performance in the office, it is good. Every company likes such people.
Yes.
Right? But there are negative effects as well, because when I am striving hard, like say, for example, I work for 12 hours. And if I am a manager, if there is a team working with me, somehow I expect them to work for at least 10 hours, right?
Right.
But their expectation is to work for maximum of 8 hours. So those conflicts will come. Even though I am, for example, high performer, then I will be influencing them in a negative way. Right? When I was in my previous organization, I used to have three people, three of my reportees, who always used to have a lot of complaints from their team members.
Okay.
These people used to be the managers and specifically project managers who were working with other teams. And always complaints used to keep coming about them, stating that they were not saying like about issues with perfectionism, but they used to say issues with relationship. Because these people were not trying to understand their needs and go with that and somehow work together. They were thinking, no, I am working so hard, I am working so smartly, others should also work like that only. That was the mindset. And it happens, right? And comparisons will keep coming.
Right.
If I get up early in the morning, I'm getting up earlier in the morning and I'm doing yoga, I do walking, I do some exercises. It is very good habit. So everyone else around me, my good relationship, right? Be it parents, spouse, or kids, they should also do it.
Right.
There is good intention, but setting that high standard and pushing that standard onto others, that's the problem. So I am, first of all, I am anyway evaluating critically that if I don't get up one day, I'll be very upset about myself. If I skip one day some good work, I'll be upset about myself. If I fail, I'll be terribly upset. At the same time, I'll be terribly upset if my kids fail, if my parents do not get up early, my spouse doesn't follow the standard that I have set. Right? So, because of all these reasons now, there will be a negative impact on the relationships that we carry.
Correct.
And especially failures, and we keep hearing about suicide tendencies, etc. Most of the
Yeah.
people who undergo those tendencies are all very high performing individuals.
Okay.
And what they call conscientious people, we can say. And like, it is something like you can never see a student who is getting about 40 marks if the person gets 30 and fails in the exam. That's one comparison. Another one is the person who keeps getting 97, 98 and gets 90%.
Yeah.
There is a chance that higher performing person might think of suicide, but not the person who failed. Right? This person has failed literally, but still the person doesn't think about committing suicide. But that person might think about it, even though performance standards are at a much higher level.
Yeah.
So this perfectionism creates problem for oneself and problem for others also. It's a major psychological disorder.
Yeah, you're right. So when there is perfectionism, example, a student who used to get 90s, 99 or 100 every time. So there is always an expectation set there. So that is from the parents as well as the school, that this student is 100% centile mark, and there is expectation from the school that she's going to continue the same way. And there's a lot of pressure in the child to continue the same momentum. So somewhere she aims for perfectionism. In that process, maybe she might go down sometime mentally due to the extreme pressure. I'm not talking about the college students, but I'm talking about the school kids, primary and high school kids. So their IQ level may not be that high. So uh, their capacity to continue the momentum somewhere stops there. Maybe they may fall sick, or they may get a headache, due to which their uh, their score might come down to 90, as you said. That causes another kind of pressure, right?
Yes.
So then the questions would come to her: why didn't you study? Why didn't you keep up the name of the school high? All those things. So somewhere all this are leading to the extreme perfectionism, desire to be perfect in all these kids. So what are the solutions for them? What are the solutions? Yes.
All right, that's a good point. We are coming to the most important point, that is, how do we manage the perfectionism? Right? And again, as I said, all of us, whether we are called perfectionists or not, all of us have to some extent that mindset, perfectionism, right? We don't want to show up like in a bad way to anybody else, right? We want to maintain that image of scoring 95 or image of looking good in front of others, right? So that standard we have already set. We might have set some people might have set it at a lower level, little lower level. Some people might have set it at a very high level. That's the only difference. But otherwise, nobody wants to go below their standards that has been set. So there are various solutions. The key cause for the number one that I would think at this moment is that can be developed in kids and also in elders, is that changing our mindset towards the life itself. For an instance, if I tell you, if I am evaluating you in any case, be it office environment or academic environment or in some of the criteria, right? Let's just like some psychological test or anything. If I say 9 things, total 10 things, and out of that 9 things which are good about you, you'll be happy about it. If I say one thing that is not good about you, then you will be worried about that bad thing, right? Which is constructive feedback. Correct. Yeah, either not agreeing with it. Why this person is commenting? Who the hell he is to comment on my this one? And
Yeah.
I don't agree with that person. He doesn't understand it all.
Yes.
That kind of resistance might be coming. Or am I that bad? Right? If it is accepted, right? That rumination will start in the mind. And even if we understand, yes, this is something that I need to improvise upon, automatically all the energy goes towards it, which is missing.
Yes.
But what about the other 9?
Correct.
Where the things have gone wrong?
Yes.
It is perfectly okay to look at what is missing and what needs to be done. Okay. There is nothing wrong about it.
Yes.
But due to perfectionism mindset, the brain is designed in such a way that the brain is designed for survival, not for happiness. Right? So, due to its survival nature, it looks at what is missing, what is not so good, what is a failure, what needs to be improvised upon, that kind of, what is the negative feedback. So always there is attention towards it, energy moves towards it. Right? It's okay, perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong about it. It is human tendency. But the point is looking at those 9 things that are good also
Matters a
right?
lot, right? Yeah.
Giving attention to them, giving energy to them. Yes, this was good. I
I
like
should
it.
continue it.
I like it. Just
Pat on your
patting
back.
myself, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
this was fine. Yes, yeah, I think I'm doing really good about it. So
Yes.
I'm happy about it. Yes, here also. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, ninth,
Yes.
10th. Okay, okay. I'll have to work on that.
Mm.
This is the only thing that is missing. I've achieved 9. Can we change that kind of mindset? In other words, it is called appreciation and gratitude practice.
Okay.
So we already have in our life so many things because of which we can live comfortably. Right? We are sitting here comfortably because of so many things, right?
Yes.
There is nice light, there is nice airflow, and there is nice atmosphere, environment, and nice sofa set is here. And we are able to talk because of the technology. Yes. All these good things are there.
Yeah.
Right? We need not keep on searching everything or imagining something. No. Whatever we see, can we appreciate at least some of those things that are helping us every day?
Absolutely.
Kids are shouting, kids are fighting. Yeah, that's life.
That's part of life.
That's life, and that's the opportunity we can get only now, not after 10 years. After 10 years, when they become teenagers, they become completely silent.
True.
Right? Can we look at it, everything, as an opportunity also? Appreciating whatever the good thing is done, whatever the good thing is available. First appreciating it, and then feeling grateful towards it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. But we may still have parents, we may still have kids, spouse, good relations.
Yeah.
I may still have a job to do, and managing my life.
Yeah.
There should be some kind of an appreciation and gratefulness towards whatever the world has given to us, whatever the life has given to us.
Yes, absolutely.
So the changing of mindset and looking at what is good, what is beautiful, nourishing, and enjoying that, along with, of course, by default, it will always be there, this negative uh, energy flow towards whatever is missing. Yeah, of course, I don't have a big car, I don't have a big bungalow, I don't have a big promotion.
Yeah.
Yes, it will all be there. That's okay, nothing wrong about it. Continue to try to get what we don't have. But at the same time, appreciating and being grateful to whatever is available.
Yeah.
This is the number one, I would say. And then we talk about meditation, self-awareness, mindfulness, etc. Right?
Yes.
So that's where it all comes into self-awareness. I would call meditation nothing but self-awareness.
Okay.
Nothing beyond that. To keep it simple. Awareness of my body, awareness of my breath, awareness of my emotions, awareness of bodily sensations, whatever is happening. That is meditation for me. That is recognizing what is happening inside.
Okay.
If I feel grateful to something, there is some kind of mindset, there is some kind of sensations in the body, recognizing them. If I feel jealous about something, if I feel upset, a failure about something, there is still some experience in the body mind. Recognizing it, letting it be, accepting it, allowing it. This is self-awareness. This also requires practice, regular practice.
Yeah.
It greatly helps us to manage our perfectionism, also almost all mental related issues. These two are very important, and I can say, see, when we are working, there is of course focus on the results. But can we focus on the present moment experience of the work? Okay. Whatever the present activity we are doing, can we focus on that? Because whatever we are doing it only in this present moment. Can we be aware of it?
Right.
That awareness brings the focus and it adds value to whatever we are doing. And it removes all the negativity, whatever is there in the mind, whatever the stress is there about the goal that needs to be achieved. Because we are not going to achieve something after 2 months. We are going to achieve whatever we want only in this moment. Whatever that needs to be done. There's a plan already in place. Just need to continue to execute it, continue to work through it, and do what best we can do with the required focus, with required attention. And that's what I can do. Nothing more than that. Correct. By taking more stress, it doesn't change. The results won't change. And by taking stress, we might even spoil the relations that we are working with others. Absolutely. Relationship with others. So, in other words, being present in what we are doing, not much bothered about the results. Bothered about what we are doing. The current action. Kayakave Kailasa in Kannada. Correct. Right? Kayakave Kailasa. Kayaka means work done with awareness. That itself is Kailasa, not the fruits of the work. Krishna also says the same thing. The work itself is Kailasa, not the fruits of the work. So that's another important aspect which can help us from getting rid of this perfectionism. And one more that I can think of is, see, anyway we are working, can we drive for progress, right? Rather than perfection. Right. So always something can be improved. Something small can be improved. And that drive for improvement, drive for excellence, rather than drive for perfection. The moment the perfection comes into picture, it's always a tricky situation. Because you can't make any mistakes. It's a flawless, it is striving for flawlessness. Right? Correct. So working towards progress, focusing on the progress part, focusing on, you can say, excellence. Yes, let me improve. Right? And finally, the most important one, again for kids it may be a little difficult, but at least for elders, living with a kind of selflessness. The more there is selflessness, right, the more the life gives to us, gives us back. And the more the relationship will be maintained. Everything gets changed when we are self-centric. What is the benefit for me? What if this fails? What will be impact on me? When there is selflessness, it won't be like that. Oh, okay, what will be the impact on the holistic way, overall impact, right? Okay, everyone else will be struggling. That kind of selflessness attitude will change the way we work. It will of course, diminish the impact of that perfectionism mindset, because
Hmm.
perfectionism mindset is mostly for protecting us
One's
personally, one's
one's
own
personality,
image.
yeah,
Yes,
image.
one's own
Yes.
image.
Hmm.
Selflessness is against that, right? It is opposite of it.
Yes. Yes.
It is, there is nothing much about my personality.
Hmm.
It's more about holistic approach,
Of course.
holistic development.
Ha ha ha.
Right? So these are some 4 or 5 elements that I can think of that can help with managing the perfectionism. But of course, being a perfectionist is not wrong, and it is in highly demand
Yeah.
in the organization and in the society.
Society too.
But people who are close to them
Mm-hmm.
will keep suffering along with themselves. That we'll
Yeah.
have to balance. That's the
Uh-huh.
important thing, right? We'll have to balance between setting up our own standards and striving for flawlessness and
Yeah.
critical evaluation,
Mm.
uh, along with well-being part of it. Also, we'll have to
True.
balance both.
True. True. Very much so. Being perfectionist is not wrong. If I take Amir Khan for example, everybody in India and around the world talk about Amir Khan because he's a perfectionist. So whatever, starting with the script, direction, editing, music, and the acting, he looks at every angle and ensures that everything fits into place. And he wants it to be done his way so that he has a vision and he wants to work towards that. So that is not wrong at all. But somewhere people try to follow him. Somewhere people try to follow him and try to be his, follow his principles and discipline, which is not possible by everybody. Everybody has a different approach of towards life, towards cinema, filmmaking, or any other attributes. So people should not just follow someone because they are perfectionist, but somewhere people have to understand their capacity, their limitation, and see where am I, and what I can do to make this particular thing better. What is what are my limitations? What are the skills which I am missing? So there are a lot of things people don't even think, right? They only think that okay, I should be perfectionist, I should follow him, I should be number one in my class. But what are the skills that are lacking in you that is not taking you from 50 marks to 90 marks, or from the best performer in your team? If you're comparing yourself with the best performer, what is that one thing which is not taking you there? Maybe you should understand your limitation, upskill, enhance your learning, learn from that perfectionist, and see what all I can grasp from him. And in your limit, in your capacity, try to improve that one skill which will every day, one skill every day, which will motivate you to do something better. All the skills will definitely help one to surpass all this perfectionism. And also, there is a comparison factor. How do you deal? How do you talk about comparison? There is a lot of comparison between um, kids studying in the same school, same class. One with the highest marks and one with the lower marks, say around 50, 60. If if the kids are being compared in school, in the at home as well. So how do you relate to comparison and selflessness? Any aspect to it?
Yeah, right. This comparison is
It's
very
everywhere.
important.
It's
It's
everywhere.
like
It's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before that you mentioned about Amir Khan and
Ah.
being perfect and
Yeah.
all. Yeah, it all depends on how we look at it.
Yeah.
Like I would call it as drive for excellence, right?
Hmm.
Rather than being a
Okay.
perfectionism
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I can quote another example when there was World Cup being played in India,
Mm-hmm.
and Tendulkar was in peak of his form,
Mm-hmm.
and there was India-Pakistan match,
Mm.
and Tendulkar had scored very well in that match, and then in the very first over he
Mm.
had struck 19 runs in Shoaib Akhtar's over, who was a very fierce bowler at that time.
Mm.
And then it all went fine, and then finally Tendulkar got out at 98, I think.
Mm.
in the same against Shoaib Akhtar's bowling, right? And then, of course, by that time, match was almost over. It was towards the end, and then India won the match.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole of India team was celebrating. Pakistan team was very upset, and they were crying in the dressing room. And here they were partying, celebrating. But Tendulkar, he had got out for the ball that came up to his chest level, low bouncer, and then tried to hit that ball. He was practicing that ball in the net.
Okay.
Almost for quite some time he practiced in the evening, late evening, that ball.
Okay.
Right? How did I get out to that ball? Let me see, let me hear, let me get that kind of bowling. And he was using machines, he was using the other bowlers also.
Okay.
And trying to get that kind of balls and trying to hit them, practicing them. This is driving for excellence. Right? It's not that I never want to get out. No. But we go on improvising. Yes, this is the mistake. I identify. Let me do what can be done.
Yeah.
So drive for that excellence is there.
Right.
And that doesn't create a lot of pressure. Right? And it doesn't require a lot of push also from somebody else. Because nobody asked him, why did he get out in that ball? He was the man of the match and whole credit was given to him. But still, that motivation for him to exceed, right? Succeed and excel in whatever he was doing. So that drive for excellence has to come from inside in the kids' minds also.
Yes, absolutely.
And also for everyone else also. No? In the office environment also, there will be many people who will be working for the sake of work, not just to satisfy their managers or their clients. They're so happy helping them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll be happy if somebody comes and even if they're busy and they seek for some help. Just they'll be very happily helping them.
Yes.
Right? So that drive for excellence has to be there, and that happiness has to come in the work. That is kaya kave kailasa. Otherwise, no, that drive will not be coming. If I'm studying, if I'm scoring 100, am I striving to do that or enjoying that process?
Right?
That
is very important.
So that drive for excellence is there. I'll be enjoying doing that.
Yes.
And nobody can, I mean, nothing can make me upset in that process, entire process. If I get 90 or 95 or 100, when I am studying for the sake of studying, when I am studying for the sake of scoring, good score marks automatically comes. Right?
Yes.
I want to solve the problems. That's an interest. When you get interest in mathematics, you will never know whether it's 12 o'clock or night 2 o'clock. You will keep solving because you are so much interested in it. The point is not scoring the marks there at all. You're not studying for scoring.
Right. We are all
you are enjoying the process of solving the mathematics problems. So, that was for drive for excellence versus drive for perfection.
Right.
And then regarding your question related to comparison, right? Yeah, it's a major emotional thing. It happens with everyone. See, if you construct this house or if you buy a good car, and if you give sweets to 100 people, say, specifically your relatives or your colleagues in the office, then at least if nobody has that car in the first place, right, then maybe at least half of the people will feel upset about it. Not because you bought the car, because they were not able to buy the car, right? And they're not in a position to buy the car. So that kind of mind comparison will come into picture, whether to scoring marks or getting professional success or social status. That comparison will keep coming into picture, and even in relationships, most importantly in relationships, if somebody else buys a car somewhere else, nobody is bothered. But my own relatives, if they buy, if I don't buy, there will be comparison. People will keep asking when you are buying.
Same hold good for marriage also, right? If your cousin gets, if a friend gets married, so they ask you, when are you getting married? So that's a Comparison is everywhere in every single house, but how do you tackle it is maybe through self-awareness.
Yeah. It's definitely, we need to, first of all, there are two things. One is understanding, right? Understanding and acknowledging.
Yeah.
Yes, this is jealousy that I have in me. It's nothing about others, right?
It's all you.
If I am comparing, I am feeling jealousy. That's it. Somebody else got success, I did not get the success.
Correct.
Or somebody else got the credit, I did not get the credit. There is a kind of jealousy or some kind of upset mindset is there. So that emotion has to be acknowledged, recognized first, acknowledged. Yes, this is jealousy. I am feeling jealous. I am feeling upset. I am feeling maybe irritation, anger. This is how it feels in the mind and in the body. This is self-awareness. This is nothing but meditation. And most importantly, allowing it and letting it be as it is. Nothing right or wrong about it. It is just happening. I'm not doing it. See, I'm not thinking, yeah, somebody else succeeded, I'll have to be jealous, I'll have to feel upset. No,
at all.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It is happening automatically.
Yes.
So if it is happening, just witnessing it. Let it happen. Allow it to happen. Just the self-awareness will take care of it. Arive Guru. Just be aware of what is as is. It will guide you and it will solve the problem. Right? That's the only thing. And later on, it means it will not have much impact later on. If we can go on observing our own emotions, the impact of those emotions will go on getting reduced. It doesn't mean that the jealousy won't be there, but even if it is there, it's there for a fraction of a second. Instead of causing 100 units of impact, it will cause only maybe 5 units or 10 units or 20 units as we go on continuing to be aware of that. Self-awareness. As the awareness increases, the emotions will come down, especially negative emotions. The power of awareness is such that when we give attention to negative emotions, when we give attention to the emotion, if it is negative, it will come down. The impact will come down. Right? If it is positive, the impact will go up. For example, gratitude. Right? It is a positive emotion. And anger, negative emotion. The moment I'm aware of my anger, that's the biggest problem. When I'm angry, I will not be aware of that anger because my whole body is occupied with that anger.
Correct. Yes.
There is intense feeling in the mind and intense feelings in the body. Heartbeat has increased.
Body language changes.
Body language changes. Whole body is shaking and breath is erratic. So that awareness will be completely missing there. We are driven by the emotion of anger. It's true with almost all emotions, depending on the intensity. But still, if we can manage to be aware of it, bringing that self-awareness practice is needed. It doesn't happen automatically. We'll have to intentionally practice self-awareness. The moment there is awareness of anger, I am not angry. There is just sense of anger in the mind. It is just an emotion that is arising in the mind. My whole body, or I am not angry. I am not identifying with the anger. There is anger that has arisen in the mind. Yes, this is the emotion, anger. The moment I recognize it, witness it. Yes, this is anger. How it is playing, let me, how it has impacted my body, how is my breath, how is my heartbeat. See, it has all changed. The entire landscape of the body has changed because of arising of anger. Can I witness it? Right? The moment I start witnessing it, it comes down. Right? We can call it as negative kleshas, negative emotion. It comes down. In case there is gratitude, for example, which is a positive emotion. The moment I understand there is a sense of gratitude in me,
Mm.
or sense of calmness in me.
Mm-hmm.
The moment there is awareness about it, it increases.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Mm.
That is the power of awareness. We need not be worried about whether good, bad, right, wrong.
Yeah,
Our goal is just to be aware.
aware. That's all.
Non-judgmental awareness.
Yeah,
If it is negative, it will go down. If it is positive, it will go up. It will take care of.
take care of it. Yes.
Otherwise, our mind cannot understand which is right and which is wrong. It is just its own imagination, assumption, etc. Its
Mm-hmm.
own guesswork. Yes. But awareness understands. It knows what needs to be done, what needs to happen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is just self-awareness, leaving everything else to it. That's why Buddha also says, establish awareness in yourself and live it. It will take you where you need to go. I mean, we will not go anywhere else inside our mindset. That's
State of mind.
our mindset will change. It will
Change.
automatically change the moment we establish an awareness. That's one also says the same thing. Arive Guru.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness is your guide. Awareness is your guru.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to be bothered about anything else. Just bring awareness to whatever is as
Mm.
is. Right?
Okay. Adivai Guru, I mean, all these philosophers have mentioned the same thing, that awareness is the only uh, state or only solution for all these illusions.
Yes, yes.
So, if one follow all these meditation techniques, uh, just close your eyes and maybe sit for some time and try to understand where am I, what am I, and what is the state of mind I am in right now. Maybe that will resolve 50 to 80% of all the mental illness we have, right? So I think one should follow meditation, one should follow self-awareness techniques, and one should cultivate the habit of realizing one's capability, one's mindset in every situation, be it anger, be it sorrow, be it happiness, and realizing what is the state of my mind, how am I reacting. It's not your body, it's in your mind. Only if you do all this, maybe you can control a lot of disasters from happening.
Yes, yes.
Be it your personal life, be it everywhere, every profession, your student life. So that will actually make human beings a better animals in the you know uh, the days to come. So with this, I think we should end this topic. That was a great conversation, and thank you so much for sharing the wisdom with us, sir. I hope people follow your techniques and
No,
ensure.
it's not my technique. Self-awareness is a universal technique.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can be only aware about my
yours. Yeah.
emotions, my sensations,
Mhm.
my breath. That's it, my body.
Yeah.
So everyone is equally capable,
Okay.
and no
Yeah.
one is less capable. The
Mm.
lesser it is known, the
Yeah.
better. The
Perfect.
lesser the knowledge, the better.
Better.
Being an ordinary
Yeah.
person with awareness of what is as
Mm.
is good enough to live happily.
Great. I'll
All
try.
other knowledge, whatever is required, it will come. No, no, not to be worried about it.
Yes.
Whatever is required, it will just happen.
Okay. So I'll correct it. So it's everybody's knowledge. Ensure that you are just showcasing the knowledge and practicing that knowledge what you have acquired, and it can be practiced by anybody and everybody at home. 5 minutes per day, I think, will clearly enhance your overall state of mind, mental health, physical health in the days to come. With this, we'll try to end this topic. Thank you all for watching this program. Perfectionism is in you. It's just a state of mind. You can control it, and you don't have to venture into any kind of catastrophes with the strive for perfectionism. That is the motto for the day. Uh, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We'll try to bring more such to the and we also do podcasts on various other topics which might be beneficial to you. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.